Can't tell if we're live or not. Nothing's changed on my side. Uh, but assuming that we are live, hi, welcome to the ESK8 UK live show. Oh, there it is. Now I'm sure we're live now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ESK8 UK live show. I'm never riding. That's Silent Sookie over there to the left. I got my cat right here doing cat stuff. Because cats want to do cat stuff when cats want to do cat stuff. But the cat can't do cat stuff right now. So today we are going to have a brief episode, and we are going to talk about your first skateboard. You know me, I'm never riding, and I was talking to Silent Sookie earlier. She actually does have a voice, y'all, and we were discussing how you always get your first board for the first time. Everybody gets their first board, once. So what's the type of thing that you would look for? And that's why this show is going to be so short, is because the answer is get as much money as you can, figure out what you want, what's in the budget, and get as much money as you can together. If you can, buy two of them, so that when one breaks, you got a spare. Anything these days over 1,000 is pretty much going to be a pretty reputable board. I'm really partial to the Propel Pivot GT as your first two-in-one board. Can't go wrong with it. Plenty of power. Oh my God, the Ruckus. It's not a two-in-one board. It just brings the Ruckus. I want to call it a race board because it's been doing a whole lot of good racing lately. So I'll call that the unofficial race board. But the Propel Ruckus is an awesome board. I mean, that the deck, the concave, it's a great place to start. No matter what truck system you use, it's a great place to start. Propel, they make a heck of a bunch of different boards. And if you want to go all terrain, then yeah, they got the Endeavor series, and those boards are phenomenal with their suspension. So. And it's a great company because the more boards, I don't want this to be a Propel commercial, but the more boards you buy, the more discounts you get. So, all right, that's all I want to say about Propel. Great company. They make great boards, great entry level board. What's those other guys? Cavity, OMW. They're a great new company that's got some good product, interesting designs, really classy stuff. But the whole thing is figuring out what you need, what you want, how far, how much range you need. That's going to determine where you spend your money, where the budget primarily goes. So it's a tough question asking. I really hate this question. When I first started, it's funny. When I first started riding e-skates, this was my favorite question because that was me. I wanted to know what board to get, and it was the community that really helped me out. There was less options back then, I want to say. The Backfire Zealot was just a great board, and it was a great place to start. Now there's so many more different great places to start that I wouldn't even suggest a Zealot to anyone anymore, let alone Backfire. No disrespect to Backfire or the Zealot. There's just so many other different great places and stuff where you can start, So yeah, when you're trying to figure out your first board and what what you should get, you really got to look at what is it that you need. Are you trying to be a commuter? Do you need 30 miles of range or more? Or do you just want to be a racer and have a short amount of range but a whole lot of top speed and all that type of good stuff? Do you want to be a DIY guy and just build the board yourself? So there's so many different options. Like I said, when I first started, I used to love this question. Now, too many options. This is the worst question in the world. I hate this question because at the end of the day, you need a board for every occasion. You need one board for racing, then you need another board for touring, then you need another board for your friends, then you need another board. Who's that? Hi. Uh, ooh, hard to see. I think this is Jan. Hey, Jan. No, the last name is Temple. Hey, Temple. Um, yeah, so it's really hard to say, like I said, what board to get. And I'm glad we're making this a short episode because I absolutely hate this question. What's your first board? What should you tell a newbie to get? Whatever, however much money you can spend, get that money together and spend away, man. Just anything you get, you're probably going to love. There's so many options out there. Uh, is try and get something that is going to satisfy your needs, right? You're down what you need. Range, you need something for the mountains, do you need something for the streets, do you need something just to race? Like what's your need? Do you just want to go on tour, just the longest range missile you can find? What are your needs? And once you figure out your needs, then you can say, all right, well, I need a board with this much range, or I need a board. This board has this much range, but this board has this much price at a discount and all. And you can start kind of weighing your options. At the end of the day, get the most expensive board you can and have fun and love it. Honestly, because or even get two boards. Don't get one. Don't get your first board. Get your first two boards. Because you're going to get a bunch of them. Let's just be honest. I think I was up to like 7 at one point. I sold a couple, gave away a couple, still got a couple, and some were broke. So now I got more coming, Lord willing. So you can never have enough of these things. But yeah, what would I tell you? Do your research, figure out what you want, and talk to the community, saying, "Hey guys, these are my needs. Anybody know a board that specifically fulfills these needs?" And trust me, that someone will be an expert in that field, and they will gravitate towards your question. Even people who know people who are experts in that field will pull that person in for you and say, "Hey, Frank, get over here. My buddy's got a question for you, and this is right up your alley." So, yeah, just come home, figure out the budget, get as much money as you can, and then just come home. Come home to the groups, and we got you. We'll make sure you get the right thing. This episode's over. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you for coming out. And 115 years from now, if I was to die and they write a book about me, I'd like that book to say he was never riding, but always caring about everyone who was riding. And the title would be, he was really riding a lot. But I broke my camera today on my phone, so I'm in a foul mood, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, that's what I would tell somebody though. If you needed a skateboard and you're new to this sport, that's what I would tell you. Get as much money as you can together and save, get as much money as you can and spend it all on the most expensive thing without cat fur. That's what I would say. The most expensive thing without cat fur. And sure. And yeah, do that. Spend a lot of money on this support. Get the most expensive board you can and have fun. And get a spare remote. Just shop wisely. Get a spare remote. Get a helmet. Remember, you're going to need gear. So get as much money together as you can because you're going to need a helmet. You're going to need jacket, protection, gloves. Some new skateboarding shoes. So yeah, start saving. And if you want to go shopping, hit me up. I know all the good closeout spots. So sell everything. I know that's right. Sell everything you won't need it when you have a new board. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the truest statement in the world right there. Once you get a board, you stop caring about a whole lot of other things. And all you care about is boards and new boards. And it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So yeah, sell everything you got, man. Just get the best board you can, and then get another one and enjoy it. Enjoy them both, and call a friend over, and you and your friend can ride both your boards. That's what we all do. That's the best thing right there. These lights are bright. I'm trying not to squint, but these lights are bright. So any questions? Anybody got any questions before we end this brief chat? Jim, thanks for your comment. Really appreciate it. Suki, thank you for hosting and allowing me to come on and briefly talk about the best things in this ESK8 community. Being a new board, you know, that's always one of the best things. And one of the best things for sure. All right, so listen, folks. I didn't want to keep you hold. I don't want to hold you long. So, from me and the cat here, we're gonna say goodbye and go do some more skateboarding. Yeah, we're gonna do some more skateboarding and try and enjoy the day off because it's my day off, and we're not gonna just get cat hair all over the place for no reason. So thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you again, Son and Suki, for having me. And the cat's name, what's the cat's name? What is your cat? Prince Winter Crystals Daily is the cat's name. So say goodbye, Prince Winter Crystals. Prince Winter Crystals Daily.